on EA
Thing
Sports,
coming
and
off.
we're on the road to the Super Bowl.
Let me know you. Hey, it's over until the game over with,
For the
bro.
Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
Oh, y'all got locked
This
out of
will be
that
a
Twitter,
touch
bro.
finish, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
He's smart.
The drive begins with Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
There you go, Jalen.
From the 37. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. First down throw for Jackson. Finding Flowers. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He's got a gain of 6 there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. Offense up to the line fast. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out a yard or 2 shy of the 15. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here. It reveals big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Offense in the hurry up here. Lamar now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Hey, middle.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket.
Fuck!
And he's brought down a little short.
Look at me.
Actually, they do give him the 10-yard line.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it
That's
keeps
not an
them
over-under, you
honest.
fucking
I promise
weirdo.
the next time in that
That's
situation,
not even, you
they'll
can't
have
even
that
over or
run in
under
the
that,
back of
bro.
their minds.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
I never heard that one before.
Shotgun snap to Jackson.
Oh, man. Fuck.
And he drives this forward to the 6. They'll run here with Henry. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Beats Texas on the extra point. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Ahmed ready to send this flying.
For the after party? Over. I'm smashing that over. I'm smashing that over. Some niggas might double back.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. On target to his back, Joe Mixon.
Yeah, what?
He's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Bro, that nigga said, oh, he said, we tackle nigga.
These outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Hey, at least your nigga ain't fall over. At least your nigga ain't fall over. Look, wait.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
From the 36. Connection made to Dell. And he's tackled with the first down
Come on,
yardage.
team.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud.
Oh, he stayed with it. Oh, that was a pick. Oh, dang. I love that D-line. I love that D-line. Hey, did I ever tell you that?
Well, that's one
How you like your D-line too?
earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
I don't know about that.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw.
Oh, lad. Oh, lad. Oh, throw the ball away.
Rolling right.
Thank God.
That lines up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We've reached the end of one in this open. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They have it 3rd and 10. Complete to Dell. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. He has all day back there. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be 2nd down.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying in time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun now for Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 39. Complete Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Out of the gun, Henry. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This is Henry on second. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. Working quickly here. Turning to Henry on third. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Hey, report! Report! Yo. Nice shot!
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Puts his body on the line, and he got it! That'll be a 20-yard hit on fourth down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens leading near the break. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running once more with Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He's got Andrews. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Henry on the catch. And that play's brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Final timeout called by the Texans. Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. He's got a man left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. First down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Trying again following the sack. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Hey, report! Report!
From the 42. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
On the quick, right?
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On the move, headed right. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
All right.
Here's Stroud. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
All right.
Here's Stroud now. He's got him. That's Mixon. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Stroud throwing here on first. Connects with the open man downfield. They get 22 on that one. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, Stroud has his man, it's Mixon.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And the Ravens going nickel, third down.
Look at high.
Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Stroud gonna go on fourth down. Has him on the quick hitter. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Mixon finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Chooses to bring this one out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Short pass brought in. Continuing to move past the 45. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On first down, Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking for the back that time. And now they face second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That's taken in by Henry. And that will not be enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. He'll throw it. Forced out to his right. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 39. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun now, first round. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home on that side.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down from the red zone. Pass caught by Mixon. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Throw left side, complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
On the quick, right?
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
All right.
They've got a man in motion. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
Hey, 4th down, I get it. You want the ball with your biggest playmaker. And a lot of offenses, that's quarterback. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down.
Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, Jackson. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
At the 42-yard line. Report!
We give right side to Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Ravens first down. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens holding on to a field goal lead. On second down, here's Henry again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Report!
Looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Here he is to throw. Left side into the hands of Dell. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He has the first over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Running back sent in motion. To throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Love that call, Brock, going for the slant route, trying to move the chains, but the defense read it all the way. They had somebody right there ready to knock that ball out.
You know, if there's one thing consistent with you, Kate, you do love that route.
I love that route, man.
You love the slant. I know. It's from your childhood of watching Jerry and Joe and the Niners do it so well. But this defense, they knew what was coming, and he was able to separate that slant from the ball before it could ever get going.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. He didn't get enough into it, so it just comes down shy of the crossbar. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Kate, I think in their heart of hearts, they knew what they were getting from that distance. That's no gimme at all, not even for the most talented kickers in the league. They just couldn't get him a better look. And that's how possibly their last chance goes.
And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Another run for Henry. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 9. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation.